Hi all, it's Ultra Squad. Today's video, we are going to be looking at the loot from 100 Araxxor kills and 100 Nex kills. So we'll go ahead and start off with Araxxor. So looking at my setup, I used a full set of augmented trim masterwork armor with the following perks. On the plate body, I had Biting 4, and then we had Devoted 4 and Patient 4. And on the plate legs, I had Enhanced Devoted 4 and Crackling 4 Relentless 5. I used the Kiln Cape for all the DPS bonuses, an upgraded Amulet of Souls, which is +2 over the regular souls, Luck of the Dwarves for better loot potential. Although expensive, I used Araxxor's Grimoire for the optimal Berserk rotation, and I also utilized the Scrimshaw of Vampirism for its passive healing effect in some cases. I had a shield for my resonance switch, a Berserker aura again for the optimum DPS, and finally I had a Ripper Demon familiar for its damage passive. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the Ripper Demon yet, it has a passive effect which increases your damage dealt to your opponent dependent on how low your opponent's health is. Very helpful at Araxxor. My goal throughout this video was to optimize the profit per hour. So with Araxxor, how I went about doing that was I never wanted to reset the enrage level. Couple reasons for that. Main one, it has a cost implication. And the second one is it doesn't give you a kind of clear path of what you've done towards the end, because Araxxor can have the enrage level reset at any stage. If you're an efficient and good PVMer, you can get Araxxor's enrage up to 250, 300. If you're not so great, you need to reset the enrage at 100, 150. And therefore I thought, no, I'm going to do this, get it up to 300 and just keep it there. And it just gives out a more pure number at the end. And on to the rewards. So starting off with the charms, I got 554 blue, 557 crimson, 145 green, and then in common drops, I got 2,400 U logs, 1,603 magic logs, 180 Addy stone spirits, 200 Bear Knight stone spirits, 90 grimy Avento, 90 grimy dwarf weeds, 601 black dragon hides, 59 magic seeds, 100 ruin salvage plates, 252 rocktails. I got 398 Sara flasks, 128 super restore flasks, 29 overload flasks, 7,442 Araxxor arrows, 277 water tallies, and 339 battle staffs. In the more pricey drops, I got 14 Serenic scales, 738 Onyx Pulse E, 2 Araxxor pheromones, and 8 uncut onyx. The total value of my drops was 74,388,302 GP. Now on to the rares. I was a little over drop rate. RNG wasn't my greatest friend, but I did receive 1 spider leg top, 1 spider leg middle, an Araxxor fang, and 1 Araxxor egg. Now, when we look at the current market price of the leg sections, each one's about 53 mil, and the fang is about 56 mil. So everything all in, I banked a total of 236,388,302 GP. And that's for 8 hours work at Araxxor, and that averages out at about 29.6 million GP profit per hour. Now on to Next. For Next, again, I wanted to maximize efficiency and also maximize the profit per hour. This would mean I would utilize the portals at War's Retreat to do the rinse repeat strategy. For those of you unfamiliar, you attend Next, defeat her with range, teleport out, return to Next, and her mechanic would have reset, so she is once again able to be defeated with range. My equipment, I used a Serenic mask, an augmented Serenic body with Crackling 4 Relentless 5 and Biting 4 mobile, an augmented pair of Serenic chaps, and with that I had Impatient 4 Dragon Slayer and Enhanced Devoted. I used Nightmare Gauntlets for the Snipe modifier, Pernix boots, a Reaper necklace for the accuracy buff, an Asylum Surgeon's ring for the Adrenaline passive, with the Luck of the Dwarves switch for the drops. So coming to the end of Zaros phase, I would switch out the Asylum Surgeon's ring for the LOTD, and that would give me a better drop chance, better loot potential. We also used the Kiln Cape for its bonuses and a Shadow Nihil for the accuracy passive. Now for Shadow Phase itself, I had Laceration boots and a trimmed Masterwork helm. What this does is this tricks Next into thinking that you are in a melee setup, so she doesn't melee you back, therefore you avoid her devastating bleeds. Weaponry, I used Ascension crossbows, the main hand with Precise 6 and the offhand with Equilibrium 4. I was using Ruby Criminal Bolts E and Diamond Criminal Bolts E. I had a Sun Spear for my Planted Feet switch, a shield for Ice Phase, and I also had an Augmented Excalibur for healing and the Elven Ritual Shard for prayer points. Now, onto the rewards. We're going to start with untradables. So it was 500 blue charms, 100 crimson charms, 20 green charms, 120 gold charms, and a starved effigy for good measure. Common and uncommon drops, starting with the junk, we got 260 Phasmosite, 142 Necrite, 6 Ruinite, and 260 Luminite Stone Spirits. Then we're on to the better drops. We had 337 Super Restores 4, 420 Saradomin Brews 4, 3,200 Green Dragon Hides, 2,600 Magic Logs, 172 Big Bones, 100 Uncut Dragonstones, 350 Onyx Bolts E, 35 Magic Seeds, 120 Torstal Seeds, 225 Grimy Dwarf Weeds and Levantos, and 40 Grimy Torstals. The total value of the common and uncommon drops of 49,140,417 GP on the date the video was recorded. So not a bad result from just the commons and the uncommons. On the rare drop table, the RuneScape gods really shined on me very favorably, and my RNG was exceptional. With that, I had 7 hits on the table in 100 kills, and I got a pair of Torva boots, a pair of Torva gloves, a Torva helm, Torva plate legs, a Zarite bow, Pernix chaps, and a Virtus top. The value of the rare drops I received on their own, without the commons and uncommons, was 225,015,848 GP. In 100 kills that took about 7.5 hours, the total profit was 274,156,265 GP. So when you do the math, it works out to around about 35.5 million GP profit per hour. And that's all from Ultra Squad. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Peace.